Hey y'all, so as promised, I'm here to officially introduce y'all to my channel and how this all kind of like came to be. My name is Allie and I am your new favorite girl on the internet, okay? Welcome to my side of the internet. Couple of things you need to know. I am a true blue millennial, not older millennial, don't get it twisted, but I'm a true blue millennial, which means I have always been on the internet. I've always been documenting my life on the internet, writing on Substack, blogging on WordPress, obviously creating on Instagram, which you can follow me there. And like, I really have a cute tribe on the webs, okay? Particularly TikTok. That's my favorite platform right now if you want to follow me there as well. But the reason why I wanted to come on and just go ahead and start my YouTube channel is because I truly feel like this was the place I was always meant to be. Like, I used to be so shy and you couldn't really get a word out of me until just something clicked when I was probably like the last year of college. And I was like, why am I acting like I'm shy when like I really love to be like the center of attention? So I have been putting off starting my YouTube channel because I'm like, what am I even going to talk about? Girl, how do you even grow on here? And just all the other like limiting beliefs that really don't matter until you actually start, and then you'll figure things out. But because I was on a social media break, and it made me realize that even though I'm now on like the more like quick short form content platforms, as in TikTok and Instagram, that doesn't mean I have to stop creating and stop documenting. Over this break, I've really been honing into my YouTube channel as well as Substack, which is like, I feel like I'm like I've been a believer in Substack since like 2022, but it's really nice to see like the growth and kind of Substack become this new primary form of social media. Basically, I'm back, okay? Period. And something about 2026 is just making me not want to play no more, or like just act like I have all this time, or that my time has passed, because I rebuke that in the name of Jesus, okay? I truly believe that the time that we feel like we lost because of the pandemic, God can restore in the next 6 months, period. Leave your tithe and offerings in the comment section. But so I want to talk about, a couple of things I've really been learning from my break from social media and why you should join the community. Okay, so first and foremost, I hate social media. I really do. I really feel like it does something to my brain that I'm not proud of. It makes me compare, it makes me envious, and that is something we're going to talk about further down the line, about utilizing the emotion of envy to highlight what your true desires are, because there's no envy without desire. But just being off social media this time around really highlight the fact that I was dealing with like a lot of really negative emotions that I personally was not proud of, and was not making me a fully actualized creative. I do what I know best. I got off the internet, and ever since then, I've pretty much been in my monk mode, is what I call it. In August of 2025, I was going through a very traumatic move that I didn't necessarily choose. It was kind of like life just was like from August to about November, it had hands, honey. And I was swinging on it, but it won, okay? Made me realize that I couldn't create with the mindset that I had going into that latter quarter of 2025. And I say that because like, I feel like our bodies know first when we need a break from the internet. It's like we feel the resistance in our chest, the flow of like how we speak, and the ideas just kind of get a little bit clogged. And I was feeling that resistance in my body, and I kept trying to like poke my head out and do something, and poke my head out and say something, but after I would do it, I would be like, look, like I hate it here. And so that's literally what kind of sprung me to just like delete my apps and go on this 2.5 month sabbatical and truly tap into my monk mode. When people take breaks from social media, I think the common misconception is that they fell off. And I really love that J. Cole is coming out with his Fall Off album, because I really do like, I actually look, I have a story about this, like, that I want to write about, of how falling off, you have to get to a certain level in your like creative journey or career in order for you to even fall off of it. Like, there has to be a peak that you reach in order for people to even perceive you as falling off. So the fact that you can fall off from a point means that you were already ascending, okay? So someone who's staying down here, where are they gonna fall off to? So I really have had to kind of like reframe my relationship with that type of language, because I just feel like it's simply not true or healthy to look at your creative path just because you took a break or just because you took a breather as something negative, or like you failed, you know? So I read this quote, I'll probably poke it in somewhere here, that was talking about how you didn't fall off, you were just gathering information. As creatives, in order for us to literally like share new things and have new ideas, we have to have an input of information or data to even glean from. And I know a lot of people are like discovering their tastes right now and things like that. You really need life experiences, and you really need time by yourself in solitude, because those different components allow us to come with fresh ideas and fresh perspectives to keep us at a high creative flow. Because all in all, inspiration does come in solitude. And I think that that's something that with people, with this new trend of people kind of like leaning more into offline being the new luxury, it's just so intriguing to me to see it switch that way. But it is true. Like, it is a luxury to not be on your phone all the time. It is a luxury to not feel like you have to constantly be going down rabbit holes and consuming, but that you don't need social media or other people's content to feel inspired. Your environment, your routines, your systems, your habits, even the hard life stuff that hits you can all be a source of inspiration if you slow down, lean into the solitude, and allow that to inspire your next steps. So girl, let's get into it. What have I been doing? What have I been up to? First off, resting. And so I'm in therapy now. And one of the things that my therapist had to remind me is, oh, that's one of the first things I'm doing. I'm in therapy again. One of the things that she kind of like brought back to life for me is how it's so basic, and I hate that it was that basic aha moment, but sometimes you need to be basic if you're an over intellectualizer like me. But she was just like, rest is productive, right? That you shouldn't feel shame in this time of rest if you've produced so much up until then. And I was like, you know what? You low-key got a point. I didn't realize that I had been fighting against what this time in my life was calling me to do, which is just like slow down, plan, but get charged up, get rested up, like get your energy stored up, just like a bear hibernating in the winter so that he can, you know what I'm saying, take over the forest in the spring. I don't know what bears do in their free time, but every animal, human, mammal needs a time to rest and rejuvenate. And mine just came a little bit earlier in September, October, November, December, and now the end of January. I've been bouncing back from setbacks a lot quicker and not letting them define me or think that they put the casket over my progression, but that they're just like, okay, all right. It's like my brain is building new like neural pathways and muscles to like overcome things that would have set me back months. You know what I'm saying? Even my social media break is shorter this year because I just feel like it's not taking me as much longer to bounce back. In the same breath, I've really been embracing boredom. I've been bored out of my mind recently. Things that used to bring me amusement and entertainment have been removed. You know, not being in Chicago has definitely changed my social life and my lifestyle in general, and it has impacted me in a way of like being really bored more often than I'm like highly stimulated, which means that I have to find other ways to, you know, stimulate my brain and remember that I'm a living, breathing, creative human that still needs a way to, you know, get different inputs so that I don't, you know, so yeah, I've been embracing boredom, and with that, you know, one of the most simple but mundane things that have come with that is me taking my walks. I'm sure you've seen that on my vlogs. I love my walks. They're my time of peace and to just you know, just really get centered and also move my body. And I've also lost a couple pounds doing that consistently that I'm really proud of. But taking walks has been such a really good foundation for my routines and key to me getting my mental health back in order, back in shape, you know? And yeah, I've just been finding ways to regulate my nervous system and to tell my body that not everything is a fire, not everything is a flood, not everything is an earthquake. There were times like my body wasn't able to tell an earthquake from like rejection letter. We gotta find that balance, okay? And a lot of that has just come with like talking to my body, like talking to my gut. I'll be like, girl, it's just a TV show. Or like, girl, it's not that deep. Like, I really have to like talk to my body, and that's really been helping me. And then of course I started my YouTube channel, which I'm really proud of, and really see this becoming something that like I incorporate into my creative syllabus and curriculum and just medium of communicating with people and a new audience as well. And like I mentioned, I've also been writing again, which I'm happy about too. I am a writer who has been on leave for a few months. Actually, it's been about a year since I really wrote, because we'll get into that another time. But your girl's a writer, okay? But life happened, it hurt my feelings, and I was like, no, like y'all don't get this. Like, no, y'all don't deserve this. This is mine. I'm keeping this to myself. But those days are gone, and I'm on Substack again if you want to follow The Learning Curve with Allie Clark. And then of course, like one of the things you'll learn from my channel is that I really do honor and highlight and center God in everything that I do, which has been really hard because right now I don't know what God's doing in my life, but I know he's doing something in my life, or else it wouldn't be so tumultuous. Is that the word? Hold on. Tumultuous?
Tumultuous.
Oh, tumultuous.
Tumultuous.
What he said. But I know that he's doing something, and I feel encouraged by just like the little things that something is happening and working for my good. But before I see the evidence, I have to show up. So let's talk about why I feel like we need to integrate analog activities into a digital first world. I think a lot of us are experiencing a fatigue associated with apps. Period, plain blank. Like, we are experiencing a fatigue with apps and with screen time, with the junk of digital consumption. I feel like, you know, like when people are like, where does all the trash go? Like, where do the things of the landfill go beyond the landfill? And I think there's so much junk in the digital landfill of social media that we are becoming the landfill. Do you see what I'm saying? Because there's so much to consume, and it's honestly a form of pollution that I think we are all experiencing the side effects of. I think that a lot of us are going to start looking for ways to have like a 70-30 lifestyle or 60-40 lifestyle, which yes, we are abreast of what's happening on social media, but that 40%, that 30% is a sacred space for us to curate with hanging out with a friend, going to a coffee shop unplugged, going for walks unplugged, meeting people in the grocery store unplugged from apps, maybe not taking out our phone every time we're trying to document something, but we'll reach for like a digital camera instead. There's a lot of different ways that we can honor the sanctity of an analog life without, ignoring the fact that we are a digital first world. Put on your timers. I have a brick. They are the little tool where you get to just tap your phone and it just shuts all your apps off. Get a brick. Just delete the apps in totality like I did for 2.5 months. But whatever you need to do to protect your IRL life from your digital life, you have to do that and really create those boundaries for yourself, because the internet is just gonna get more and more intense. But it's really just about how we create those guardrails so that we don't lose our minds. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your takeaways were, if you'd like to know or hear from me. And like I said, my name is Allie. I'm your new favorite creative, and I hope that you enjoy it here. I'll see you next time.